Hello everyone, and welcome to the BBB second episode this time. Sorry for it taking so long. I'm hearing myself a bit now, so I'm a bit confused, but should be fine. Voiceover should be high quality, editing should be high quality. So, um, you're looking at currently the three cars that I had to redrive or drive. Um, yeah, they all got eliminated, so that's not a good start for them. But yeah, that's also the end. So you won't be seeing these three guys again. The yeah, I forgot the names. The shoe, and the Mers, I think. Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, I the Mers was an absolute mess. The tiny truck thing tried to break my arms, and the Miata was death trap when it came to driving. So yeah, yeah, that's all I can say. I think the Miata was the shoe. Shoe, I think. The truck was the shoe, and the blue car was the Mers. Kind of BMW, I think. But, anyways. Yeah, let's get started. First car is the Prince 1999. But I actually forgot to record this footage for this car. So I just put some footage of me ripping around East Coast. But when it came to how it drove, yeah, kind of the same as before, but even worse due to the focus on acceleration on this track. But yeah, I've driven worse. It's not good though. Definitely not good. Next car, I think. Yeah, my video thing isn't showing up. So, next car is the Little Buck Skylurker. Yes, Little Buck Skylurker by Brad, which got 22nd. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I can't really name how it drove. It's just, yeah, not good. Lots of, from what I remember, issues with the diff, which caused it to really hate the corner exits, which meant that it was extremely unstable on corner exits. So that's not good for such a short track, especially where it's focused on corner exit. But it handled the jump. Anyways, next car is the Miller Imola by Siege Flash, which costs 21st. Yeah, bad. Really bad. Seriously, really bad. Don't think I've driven such a bad car in a while. But yeah, kinda was the same before. But now it's even worse. Because the open diff caused it to be nearly undrivable on corner exit. It caused it to slide all over the police on corner entry. So yeah, it really needs a different drift and what's it called? Suspension. It needs harder suspension. If it had that, it probably fixed half of the problem already. But main thing is the diff. Anyways, next car is the Markley Sovereign Limousine by Maverick, which got 20th. Yeah. What am I even supposed to say? It's a limo. What do you want me to say? It's awful. it's just really bad. It hurts. It's a limo. I already hate long cars. How am I supposed to enjoy a limo and push it full speed? But yeah, I did push it at full speed and it ended up being the slowest with a, what is it? 58.6. Yeah, really slow. So yeah, not a good continuing. Yes, not a good start. Anyways, next is Lacey's Polska Racing look. Uh, the Fiat thing. Uh, yeah, it was surprisingly good around this track. It was decently agile, and it turned into the corners decently well from what I remembered. But it had huge wheel spin issues. So yeah, that made it nearly undrivable due to the short wheelbase. Nearly uncatchable when it started sliding around. Yeah, not fun. But it was decent. The Miller, for example, was worse. Anyways, next is Lacey's Thanos Racing, which is the first time I've seen the exact same time in a while. It got a 49.284, which is the same as Brad's. Where is it? As Brad's Impellious 555. And the funny thing is, it's the exact same body too. So they're very similar apparently. Anyways, it drove well, with decent amounts of power for this track, but it had some major oversteer issues. It's not stable. But I mean, it's a Porsche. What are you expecting? But yeah, it's definitely not the worst thing I've driven, but not the best. Anyways, next is the Cambridge Wyvern Coupe by Maverick 74 again, which is 17th. Yeah, it was okay. Really, there's nothing to name that's special or good or bad. Yeah, I guess it was stable, but it wasn't that fast. It set a 51-second time, which is one of the slowest. It's like, yeah, it's of course faster than a limo by 7 seconds, but that still doesn't mean that it's fast. Of course, especially if you look at the later times. But yeah, could have been worse. Anyways, the next car, the Falcon Toreador by Kevin. Yes, Falcon Toreador by Kevin. Anyways, that car got 616, but yeah, it drove decently, but you could definitely feel it's a truck because it just doesn't turn through the corner. You try to turn, but it doesn't. And plus that, it has some severe wheel spin issues at the exit of the corners, so that also doesn't help. But yeah, it's better than the Miller, but it's definitely not good. But it was decently fast, setting a 50-second time, 50.7. Yeah. Next car is the Impellious 555 by Brad again, which had a 49.2, exactly the same time as the Lacey's Thanos, as I mentioned before. But yeah, it's way better to me. It's a better car in handling basically. It has no power, only has 110 I think, but it just has ridiculous amounts of grip. It just turns in, turns out. It just bows where you point. It's amazing. It's definitely not perfect. It would need some extra power and possibly some ABS, but next to that, it's great. Anyways, next car, I think the Armor Firefox by Gas Tires and Oil, which set a 59.5 and is 14th. Yeah, it drove really well around this track, better than the previous track possibly, though yeah, the oversteer is a bit extreme. Even though it's front to drive, the oversteer is a bit extreme, so it could use some work on that part, but it's decent. Yeah, it's good. So if it had a bit less lift-off oversteer, it'd be like, yeah, one of the fastest cars, but due to the amount, it's just too much. Anyways, next car is my F40. Yeah, next car is my F40. Yeah, what am I supposed to say? It's my own car. What am I supposed to say? Anyways, it said a 48.9, so I was decently happy with that. And yeah, it's decent. Its main problem is it has some serious understeer issues on this track, so it would need some sort of lift-off oversteer for corner entry. It's its main problem for sure. Yeah. So if it had that, it'd probably be way faster. Anyways, next car. Skipping the better deals fire stick since I accidentally drove the wrong car. But it's Lanson's FPG Cheetah, which set a 48.0. Very fast, very fast. But I didn't actually expect that. When I was driving it, it didn't feel fast. It felt unstable. Oversteer with a lot of wheel spin. And it didn't feel super fast around the corner, but when I actually drove it, it was at the time the fastest time. So that was a surprise, and that caught me off guard. But yeah, it's a good car around this track. Maybe a bit unstable, but not sure how you would fix that and with so much power. Anyways, next car is Ludwig Swanson 112B667. Is it Swanson or Swanson? I think Swanson. Anyways, it's set a 47.7. This car is really good. I love it. I love it. Around this track, it's near perfect. It's just, yeah, not fast for some reason. It's not, as I suspected it to be faster. I mean, next car was way faster, but yeah, it's good. It's just nothing wrong. Maybe a bit stiff. It goes on two wheels a lot, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's handleable. Anyways, next is the Neep STX by Bibli. Again, this car really surprised me in performance, but it surprised me even more around this track. It set the 4th fastest time. I mean, look at it. What would you expect? And completely reverse what you get. Impressive. But this thing is a masterpiece in handling. I love it. It's amazing, incredibly stable, but it's still fast. That's why it's good. But there's just nothing much to say. It doesn't have lift-off oversteer. It doesn't have understeer. It just goes. Similar to the Impellious, I guess. But yeah, it could use some extra power. But yeah, that's not really a problem. Anyways, next is is it the Winthorpe or the Winthrop? I'm just gonna say Winthrop. The Winthrop Donkey NA by PC Moreno. The car, I think it's really ugly. But when I look at it again, I like it more. But yeah, it's still definitely not my favorite looking car. Anyways, yeah, huge diff issues. Similar to the Prince. Just doesn't go through the corner exit well. It likes to give up suddenly. You don't have any power suddenly. So bizarre. But next to that, it's a really good car. If it had a different diff, it's probably one of the fastest car. But it only set only 47.9. But yeah. Anyways, next is the Angry Frog by Trouble 2X, which set a 47.1. Same body as the Winthrop, coincidentally. But I think it's better. But the weird thing is, instead of the diff being the problem behind the wheel spin, it's the wheel spin or the power or something being problem of the wheel spin. It's so weird. Like, it goes real good. It handles real well. But the wheel spin or understeer, I'm not sure, causes some serious issues when it comes to corner exit and handling. So that's a large problem. But yeah, it set one of the faster times. So yeah, I guess my point isn't really valid. Anyways, next is Nocturne's Brockwood Climax RSS Bedded Wheels, long name there. Anyways, it said a 47.9, which isn't super fast when you look at the cars around it. But yeah, I don't think this drove very well around this track. No, it didn't. Yeah, lots of oversteer issues, weight burnout all over the place, so I was forced to drive a bit slow. Definitely not built for this amount of low speed. Was far better on the previous track, but it's definitely not bad. It's decent. It's drivable, but it's getting near undrivable. Next is Lanson's FPG TR50 all-wheel drive V8. A lot of short things. And it said a 46.9. Pretty good. I mean, yeah, really good for a truck. Or technically a van. It's a van body with a truck bed on the back. Anyways, yeah, this thing is a beast. Beast. Doesn't feel like it has a V8 or an American car. It just goes around the corner. Doesn't stop going. You can't stop the truck. You can't stop it. That's it. Anyways, next is Kevin Sukudo Ajaira Asakai Turbo. very bad deals. Approved name. Anyways, it said a 47.1. Yeah, I don't think it's super well built for this track, but yeah, it's stable, it's good. So yeah, there's really not much to say. It's just, yeah, you could consider it generic. It just doesn't turn in super well. It could use some lift off oversteer, but it's not bad. It's also not amazing, but yeah, it's consistent. Anyways, next is the Skrunkly Time Attack by Alice Swapped RX7. This image goes out, feel free to screenshot. Anyways, it's at a 45.9, a ridiculous time. But yeah, I don't think it's very good for this track. Too bouncy. And it flipped multiple times on me. So that already says that the suspension is probably too hard for its own good. But yeah, it's good. It's the Skrunkly. It drives like a go-kart. What do you... It's the Skrunkly. It's the Skrunkly. Skrunkly on the beat. MC Skrunkly. He's so good. He's the dopest rapper alive. Anyways, next is PC Moreno's... Sorry, I went too far. Anyways, PC Moreno's the Windrope Minion. It said a 45.5. Yeah, F1 car. I didn't even change the description of the image because it's... I could say the exact same. It's just insane. Drives like an F1 car. But yeah, but what? F1 car but mini. There. F1 car but mini. It's smaller than an F1 car. So that lets it turn in really well. So it's not an F1 car, it's better than F1 car. Anyways, next is Alice Swapped RX7's Vision Luna Metal Pipe Racing, which said a 45.1, the fastest time, and is currently in first still. Anyways, yeah, beast of a car. Nothing much else to say. Definitely not its home. Its handling is mediocre at best on this track, but it just accelerates. It doesn't stop accelerating. It has an insane amount of power. Like, it's absurd. Just look at the video and the times and you'll understand. Anyways, that should be it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. The music is played. Anyways, thanks for watching. Full results and such in the description on the forums. If you want to discuss quickly with us, we can join the Discord. And sorry for the wait. Yeah, you can blame me for it. I'm not the most consistent person when it comes to this stuff. But really, we're doing this for fun. So, who the fuck cares? Nah, but serious, sorry for raiding. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time in episode 3, where we will be going to Utah for the hill climb. Yep, the hill climb. See you guys.